the organizers for inviting me to speak here with you, to share with you some of my thoughts and understandings about the situation as far as Israel is concerned regarding homeland security and disaster management. I think I'll try to be as interesting as the former speaker from the Netherlands. I think that this is really a great idea on the part of the organizers to see to it that we here at this interesting forum and conference, we have the opportunity to hear different angles from different countries as to the issues that we are so much interested in. So let me start by saying to you that when I was preparing my presentation for you, I was mostly concerned with the question of what can I, as an Israeli scholar, bring to you to New Orleans, a city that experienced such a severe calamity only 6.5 years ago. We in Israel, as the entire world and specifically the disasters management community, keep following your journey of courage, resilience and reconstruction since that horrific last week of August 2005. We sympathize with your grave losses, we follow your re-emergence, and we mostly try to learn the lessons and to understand what we can best do when we are inevitably struck by the unexpected, by disaster. So for me, to try to submit to you my thoughts based on the Israeli experience is a humble venture, one that ought to be presented with cautious and clear appreciation of the different environments and the different circumstances. Now, maybe many of you know that Israel is a very small country. It is roughly the size of New Jersey. Its population is less than that of Virginia. We are blessed not only by being, for limited times, a desert land of milk and honey, but mostly by the very few natural disasters that we face. Historically speaking, Israel should expect a major natural disturbance every century. Our last major earthquake happened in July 1927, when a 6.2 magnitude shock left more than 500 people dead out of approximately 1 million people who then resided in the country. Today we predict that a similar shock would cause thousands of fatalities. This is quite a grim look. Are we in Israel well prepared for this eventuality? Not really. Unfortunately, we are heading for a major surprise when it comes, even though we know that it will happen sometime in the foreseeable future. There are many reasons for the lack of sufficient preparedness for the earthquake. Most of them are behavioral in nature. People in general, and politicians in particular, also in Israel, tend to ignore risks that are far in sight. Some were beyond their next term in office. But in our particular case, there seemed to be another reason for the negligence. This has to do with the unfortunate reality that Israel is constantly facing another, much more apparent and immediate risk. The man-made hazard of protracted terrorism looms large and continuously on our national agenda. In the last decade, Israel was in fact challenged 3 consecutive times by large-scale waves of attacks on our civilian population. The first was a major terror campaign that took place during the 4 long years of the so-called Second Intifada between 2000 and 2004, which was characterized by numerous atrocious suicide bombings in the midst of our major centers of population. Those continuous attacks caused serious damage culminating in a staggering number of over 1,000 casualties, more than 80% of them civilians. These 4 long years of national challenge of the highest magnitude to our society, it was perhaps the most agonizing one since our independence back in 1948.